So when the Aaron Spelling produced Rookies hit the TV airwaves back in the day, not saying it was a preamble to Hill Street Blues or the other shows to follow, but it was a big hit, what they call word of mouth, and most of the major actors became bigger stars later on, especially Kate Jackson. Now, The Rookies is an American police procedural series created by Rita Lakin that originally aired on ABC from September 11, 72 to March 30, 76. It follows the exploits of three rookie police officers working in an unidentified city for the fictitious Southern California Police Department, SCPD. The success of Joseph Wambaugh's book, The New Centurions, if you can find it, pick it up, quite interesting, as well as NBC's rating success with Adam 12, had sparked interest at the time in more realistic depiction and storytelling of the typical uninformed police officer. Although various incidents during the late 60s and early 70s, particularly California, had sparked controversy and negative feelings towards police officers in general, the Rookies tried to better humanize the character of a police officer and show the struggles that new younger men and women, who are often Vietnam-era military veterans or college graduates, face in their lives as law enforcement persons sworn to serve and protect. The pilot for the series began as an ABC movie of the week on March 7, 72. The TV movie features 5 rookies newly arrived at Police Academy in Southern California: cadets Jared Whitman, Robert F. Lyons, Kevin Laster, Jeff Pomerantz, Mike Danko, Sam Menville, William Willie Gillis, the Canadian Michael Onkeen, and Terry Webster, George Stanford Brown, all coming from different backgrounds, including the military, college, and social work. The cadets' training sergeant was Eddie Riker, played by Darren McGavin, who did not follow up in the series. In the later series, Sergeant Riker was promoted to lieutenant and was played by Gerald S. O'Loughlin. Still don't know why Darren McGavin wasn't chosen. The character of Jill Danko in the movie pilot was played by Jennifer Billingsley, but was recast for the series with Kate Jackson appearing as a registered nurse after her Dark Shadow years. Now, 23 episodes in season 1 and 2, 24 in season 3, and 23 in season 4. Now, the rookie centers around 3 rookie officers, Danko, Webster, and Gillis, and their superior officer, Lieutenant Riker. The show was produced by Aaron Spelling and Leonard Goldberg. Each episode showcased highly dramatized versions of police cases and activities, often intertwined with the off-duty lives of the officers and their wives. Again, Hill Street Blues, emergency, that style. Danko was the only officer in the series who was married. Although filmed in and around L.A., the SCPD badge the officers wore was said to stand for Southern California Police Department. After the second season, Onkeen left the show, reportedly over complaints regarding the storylines and writing. Gillis was replaced by Officer Chris Owens, played by Bruce Fairbairn. During the series' third season, a 2-part episode titled SWAT aired on February 7, 1975 and served as the pilot for the spin-off series SWAT. The SWAT 2-part episode only aired on ABC in 1975 and was subsequently never part of syndication until rewind package, as Spielberg Goldberg decided to confuse viewers as to which TV show it belonged. Both parts of the SWAT pilot are now considered lost media. Now, very interesting guest stars. We'll go over a few. Claude Akins, Edward Albert, Renier Bourgeois, Star Trek Benson, Ned Beatty, Eric Braeden, Joseph Campanella, John Carradine, voice only, Tyne Daly, who was married to George Stanford Brown at the time, the beautiful Susan Day, Eleanor Donahue, Leif Erikson, Mike Farrell, Victor French, Lorraine Gary, Lou Gossett Jr., Harold Gould, Pat Hinkle, Dak Rambo, one of the Rambo brothers, Errol Holliman, Bo Hopkins, Clint Howard, Season Hubley, Amy Irving, Don Johnson, William Catt, Sally Kirkland, Cheryl Ladd, Jeffrey Lewis, Cleavon Little, Lawrence Luckenbill, Arlene Martell, Roddy McDowell, Belinda Montgomery, Jim Neighbors, Nick Nolte, Glynis O'Connor, Stephanie Powers, billed at the time as Stephanie Powers, Della Reese, John Ritter, Alex Rocco, John Saxon, William Shatner, Mark Singer, Martin Sheen, Charles Martin Smith, Jacqueline Smith, David Soul, Sissy Spacek, Robin Strasser, Don Stroud, Vic Tayback, John Travolta, Dick Van Patten, Abe Vigoda, Robert Walden, Ray Walston, Fred Williamson, William Wyndham, James Woods, and Keenan Wynn. Now, in September 74, Spelling Goldberg Productions and World Vision, who previously distributed programming produced by Spelling and ABC in the syndication market, signed a contract giving World Vision exclusive distribution rights to the series for 25 years. However, World Vision backed out of the contract in May 75, and in 76, Spelling Goldberg sued World Vision for more than $5-6 million in damages, plus general damages for fraud to be ascertained. Now, there was condensed versions of the show, as portions that were deemed too violent for family viewing were taken care of. There is a condensed syndication of 30 minutes and a full-length 60. Now, the same year, Viacom assumed distribution of Rookies in 77. Spelling Goldberg sold her production company to Columbia, who would take over syndication of the Rookies following the expiration of Viacom's contract. Sony now owns the syndication rights. Now, the series was seen in reruns back in TV Land in 2003. In 2004, the show aired on Grit weekday mornings. It was sometimes preempted by movies. In 2016, the show aired on FamilyNet 6 days a week. Now, the series began on Heroes and Icons Network in March 2021, airing overnights on Saturdays. The Rookies aired on May 29th and 30th, 2021 on Decades TV Network as part of the Decades Bridge. Now, in 2007, Sony released the complete first season on DVD for the first time. The original pilot film was not included. In 2012, Shout released the complete second season on DVD in Region 1, but as of this writing, I don't know if the third and the other remaining seasons are out there, but we have the first two seasons, which I think was the best. And it was kind of an interesting way it was presented, almost like a Quinn and Martin production with graphics and music. But Spelling at the time was doing a lot of TV movies as well. He wanted something that was kind of enough adult, but the kids would watch as well. Don't know how many people wanted to become cops about the Rookies, but it had to be quite a bit, because it was one of those shows that when you saw your favorite actor on it. Now, interesting about the Rookies as well, the time differences in Canada were interesting because it was shown in different times in Canada, and sometimes as early as 6:30, 7 o'clock, well before the episodes were being shown. Now, one of the key episodes for me came in January 29, 73. It was called Snow Job, when a junkie addicted to dope has his eye on swiping $82 million of cocaine, which has been confiscated. You will soon find out his plan is confronted with complications. The police have tagged the drugs for disposal in the ocean. That was one of the most memorable episodes, because that was the first time, what do you call it, the cartel episode of that Lent, or like heavy cocaine was talked about. And $82 million in the mid-1970s were probably worth maybe close to 400 or 500 billion now. But the Rookies, as a series, I give it 3 stars out of 4. Good to see Kate Jackson doing kind of a preamble to Charlie's Angels, and it was kind of interesting with Spelling. He always had a fascination with Kate Jackson, not to be the most beautiful actors, and of course Kate Jackson and On Keane starred together in Making Love and Husband and Wife, where the husband ends up becoming bisexual anyway. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the story of the Rookies. If you like what we're doing here, give us a like, comment, subscribe, or share. And don't forget, tell your friends and tell everybody this is one of the better channels for a history of TV. So check us out. We have a lot in the archives. Have a good one. Bye.